Hi, if you want to watch exclusive content with hot girls that you won't watch on YouTube, namely where Naruto roasts Kushina and Mikoto and many other hot girls without restrictions, then visit my Boosty channel at the link in the description.
Naruto POV. I woke up on a bed in some cave. I saw 2 thrones and 2 grandfathers were sitting there. I tried to get up, but without success. End of Naruto POV. When Naruto tried to get up, these old men turned to him. They were Madara and Hashirama. "Who are you, boy?" Madara asked him. "I am Uzumaki Naruto, the future Hokage, Datebao." He yelled. "You're funny," said Hashirama. Who are you grandpas and how did I get here?" asked the blonde. "I am Uchiha Madara, and he is Hashirama Senju. You got here because we brought you here." Naruto, "Do you know who your parents are?" asked Shodai, i.e. first Hokage. "No," he answered sadly. "Your parents are Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki," said the great Uchiha. "I can't believe my father is the 4th Hokage and they hid this from me," said Naruto. "There is one more thing you don't know," said Hashirama. "What about?" asked the heir of the Uzumaki clan. "Madara and I are your great-grandfathers," said the god of shinobi. Because of this, Naruto was upset by his great-grandfather, the shinobi gods. "Naruto, we will train you since you are my great-grandson. You have a Sharingan. I feel that you have a 3rd Tomoe, but you didn't want to activate it. Well, you didn't know. We will pass on all our knowledge and techniques to you. Then we will try out the Mangekyo Sharingan and in the end we will transplant my eyes," Madara told the plan. "You should rest, because we will start training tomorrow," said Hashirama. "And before I fall asleep, tell me why I have your genes?" asked Uzumaki. "I fell in love with a woman from the Uzumaki clan, then my daughter Karuka was born. When she grew up she married Uzumaki Fuka, the son of the head of the red-haired clan. Then my granddaughter Mina Uzumaki was born, and in the end your mother was born, my great-granddaughter Kushina Uzumaki, and then you are my great-great-grandson Naruto Uzumaki," Madara said. "My son Chiriko Senju fell in love with a girl from the Namikaze clan named Yurika. They gave birth to my granddaughter Tsunade and grandson Nawaki. Tsunade fell in love with Dan Namikaze, yes, here he is Namikaze, and gave birth to my great-grandson Minato Namikaze, but could not look at him because she could not save his father, and in the end, you were born, my great-great-grandson Uzumaki Naruto," said Hashirama. "That's it Naruto, we told you the story, go to bed, get some sleep, recover and take in all the information." When Naruto woke up, he noticed that in the middle of his body, near his heart, there was a part of his skin that was lighter than usual. "Naruto. Grandpa Madara, Grandpa Hashirama, are you awake?" the blonde shouted. "No, Naruto, we are not sleeping. Now go wash up and eat, then come here. The bathroom is the door on the right, the kitchen is at the beginning on the left, then it will be right there," said the great Uchiha. "Grandpa Madara, why do I have white skin instead of normal skin?" asked a ramen lover. "These are Hashirama's cells. Because of them you have increased regeneration and the element of wood appears. Why does it feel like skin? I worked on the cells, now they are like real ones," the former head of the Red-Eyed said proudly. Naruto went to brush his teeth and eventually went to eat. When he returned, he wondered what he should do. "First, tell me what you can do," said Hashirama. "Well, I can do Rasengan, shadow cloning, summoning, reincarnation, sexy jutsu," Uzumaki listed. "Okay, first you have to do 100 push-ups, 50 crunches and then 150 sit-ups," said the owner of the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto did everything and asked what to do next. Madara asked him to look into his eyes, and there he showed that Jiraiya, Tsunade, and all his friends were being killed by Sasuke. Because of this, Naruto awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan. And then the illusion was dispelled. "Naruto, you have awakened your Mangekyo Sharingan. The first month we will learn the ability of your eyes, then the second month Mokuton, the third month muscles, the fourth month elemental techniques, and then I will tell you on your birthday," said Hashirama. "We'll start studying the Sharingan and Mangekyo tomorrow." Naruto woke up in a good mood. Wished good morning to his grandfathers, ran to the bathroom, and then to the kitchen, ran into the hall where the bed and his relatives were sitting. He began to do exercises like yesterday. Having completed them, he asked his grandfathers what to do. "Naruto, what do you know about Sharingan and Mangekyo Sharingan?" asked Madara. Nothing, said the young Uzumaki with sadness in his voice. Sharingan is the improved genome of the Uchiha clan, one of the 3 great jujutsu. Thanks to it you can impose genjutsu, copy techniques, and predict the actions of enemies, explained the great Uchiha. Cool, what could Naruto say? Madara spent a week teaching Naruto how to use the Sharingan like him, i.e. Madara. Naruto, you learned to use your Sharingan in a week better than Uchiha, who learned to use it all his life, and now let's move on to the Mangekyo Sharingan. Before you ask what it gives, it is an improved version of the usual 3 Tomoe Sharingan. Each user has 2 individual abilities and each owner of the Mangekyo has his own Susanoo of a certain color and type and weapons. For example, I have a blue Susanoo, and 2 katanas as weapons, the ability of my Mangekyo to stop time for 4 minutes and return 4 minutes into the past, said the former leader of the Uchiha. Wow, what kind of abilities do I have? Naruto said out loud. We are about to find out, said Naruto's great-great-grandfather. By the end of the day, they were able to find out that Naruto's first Mangekyo ability is to copy the abilities of other Mangekyo, and the second is Jujutsu, which is twice as strong as Kotoama Tsukumi, and they gave it a name. After thinking, Naruto named this ability Kotetsukiyomi. Now they tried to summon Susanoo from Uzumaki. After 2 hours of torment and torture they summoned Susanoo ribs, or stage 1. They were bright red, i.e. like Kurama's avatar color. Wow Naruto, only you managed to awaken Susanoo so quickly, it took me 4 hours to summon it, said Madara. Continuing to call Susanoo, they were able to call the second stage of the rib with the hand after 6 hours. If anything, Naruto has a special Mangekyo like Madara's Susanoo. You need to awaken it and learn how to call it. Then they no longer tried to call it, they postponed this task for tomorrow. Having done the usual after sleep, Minato's son tried to call the 3rd stage with a weapon, but having called the 3rd stage, they were stunned by its size, even larger than Madara's. Then they tried to summon the 4th stage for a week and succeeded, but Naruto's eyes began to go blind, so they decided to do it later, i.e. summoning the 5th and 6th stages of Susanoo. Hashirama and Madara passed on their knowledge to Naruto to make his training easier. You may ask why Madara didn't pass on the knowledge of the Sharingan and his skills to Naruto using the technique as they did now. Madara wanted Naruto to have his own tricks and skills in using the Sharingan and then supplement it with the knowledge of the great Uchiha. In a month, Naruto learned to use Mokuton at the level of Hashirama. In terms of physical fitness he was not inferior to the Reikijaiu. He knew all the elemental techniques of his grandfathers. When it was his birthday, Madara called Naruto to him. Naruto, I will transplant my eyes to you for an eternal Manjikyu Sharingan, and in addition you will receive a Rinnegan, said Madara, spitting out blood. Grandson, from me you will get armor and our weapons, and when you leave the shelter, return to Konoha and give this letter to the Hokage and wear a mask, otherwise they will find out, Hashirama said, smiling at his grandson, handing him the letter. Having transplanted eyes, Madara inserted Naruto's old eyes into himself so that he could see him before he died. When he woke up, he saw his grandfathers barely alive. Grandpa Hashirama, Grandpa Madara, thank you for everything, I will not forget you, the grandson of the shinobi gods said, crying. We love you too, Madara and Hashirama said with smiles before dying. Having put on the armor of the former leader of the Uchiha and sealed the weapons and armor of Hashirama and the gods themselves to bury them in Konoha, he put on a mask like Obito in canon, only instead of 1 hole there were 2 for the eyes. So he began his journey to his native village Uzumaki. Naruto. Walking through the forest, Naruto had mixed feelings, that he was returning to Konoha, but also sadness and sorrow because his teachers and part-time relatives of the young Uzumaki. I will describe the situation around our hero. There are many trees, and a river flows nearby. The path to his native hidden village of the Leaf took 10 hours of travel. During this time Naruto talked with Kurama. Flashback 2 years ago. Naruto, have you met the nine-tailed beast? Asked the creator of the Uchiha clan. Yes, Uzumaki said indifferently. You need to be friends with him, Hashirama put in his 2 cents. Well, he hates people, Minato's son shouted. Think of something, the 2 shinobi gods answered their grandson with irritation. Naruto, having entered the subconscious, saw a cage and a piece of paper with the kanji seal. Naruto, have you come for my power? Asked the fox. No, I came to you to make friends. Shouted the fox Uzumaki. What's your name? It's somehow awkward to call you Kyubi, said the blonde. Kurama's thoughts. He came for my power again, it's better for me, I'll get out of this damn cage faster. What? He wants to be friends with me, he even asked my name. End of Kurama's thought. Naruto got tired of waiting and when he was almost out. My name is Kurama, said the fox before falling asleep. End of flashback. By this time, Kurama's Jinchuriki had already reached the hidden leaf. Izuma and Kotetsu were standing guard as always, seeing a rather tall man with armor like Madara's and an orange mask and blonde hair. They stood in front of him and began asking questions. Why did you come to Konoha? Asked Izuma. I came here to become a shinobi of your village, said the grandson of the gods. What is your name? Asked Kotetsu. Naruto's thoughts. Damn, I didn't even think about it, maybe I'll ask Kurama for help and do just that. Naruto's end of thought. Subconscious. Ku help me come up with a fake name. Kurama. Come on then Indra Uchiha, said the fox. Naruto. Thank you Ku Uzumaki, said gratefully Uchiha Senjunamikaze. My name is Indra Uchiha, Naruto said to the gate guards. Kotetsu. What Uchiha? The Chunin shouted. Naruto. Yes, I need to see the Hokage, said the grandson of the gods. Izuma created a clone that would lead the blonde to the Hokage's residence. Walking through the village, Naruto looked and was nostalgic for the old days, while he was still looking at the villages they had already arrived at the residence. Entering there, Uzumaki headed to the office. Reaching it, he knocked and heard. Come in, the fifth one shouted. Tsunade's POV. I was sitting and filling out paperwork as usual. Someone knocked on my door. I shouted come in and a tall man in red armor like my grandfather and his friend came in. He was wearing an orange mask with the kanji fox. End of Tsunade's POV. Naruto entered the office. The Hokage asked who he was. Naruto. You didn't recognize me, BA-chan? Naruto asked rhetorically. Tsunade. Who are you? I'm the Hokage, you can't call me that. Stop, only one person called me that, Naruto? Naruto. Yes, he said, taking off his mask. Tsunade saw an exact copy of Minato only in armor. Tsunade. How did you survive? We couldn't find you, only your protector, Senju said with surprise and joy. Naruto. My great-great-grandfathers saved me, Naruto answered calmly, handing over a letter for the Hokage. Taking the letter, she opened it and read the contents, that Hashirama and Madara were alive, that they trained Naruto all this time while he was gone, and that he, i.e. Naruto, is at the level of a Kage and he has a Sharingan, Manjikyu Sharingan and Rinnegan. Tsunade was stunned by this news. Naruto. Bachan, can you give my parents inheritance? Uzumaki asked. Tsunade. Well, take the keys to your parents' house, and you'll take the money tomorrow. Naruto. And BA-chan in front of others call me Uchiha Indra please, asked Naruto. Tsunade. Yes, of course, Senju replied. Naruto took and went to the address indicated on the keys. It was a 2-story mansion. Entering it, Naruto collapsed on the sofa in the living room and fell asleep right in his clothes and armor with a mask. Commentary on nostalgia and parental legacy. If anything, Naruto got the kanji fox tattooed on his mask on the way to Konoha. Leave your comments and there is a task for you. Come up with a Naruto girl from the anime itself or your own. Good luck. Naruto woke up on the couch, took off his armor, leaving the mask on, and went to inspect the house. It had a huge living room combined with a kitchen, toilet and bath, second floor, toilet, bath, 3 fairly large guest rooms and the owner's bedroom, i.e. Naruto took Kushina and Minato's bedroom. Going down to the first floor, Uzumaki found quite a lot of his mother's cooking in the refrigerator. After eating, he went outside. There was a huge and beautiful garden. After inspecting all his possessions, he locked the house and went to the Hokage's residence. I explain about the food and the well-tidy condition of Naruto's house. There were temporary seals on it that leave everything as it was when they were installed. Arriving there, he met Sakura and Kakashi, who were standing in Tsunade's office, waiting for an assignment from her. Naruto. Hello, Hokage-sama, Uzumaki said affably as he entered through the door. Tsunade. Hello Indra, said the fifth one, smiling. Sakura. Tsunade herself, what kind of guy is this? I've never seen him in the village, asked Haruno. Tsunade. This is Indra Uchiha, the new member of Team 7, said the Hokage. When Kakashi and Sakura heard what clan he was from, they shouted. What? He is Uchiha, Itachi destroyed them, Haruno and Hitaki shouted in surprise. Tsunade. No, this Uchiha was not in the village, but decided to return here to become a Konoha shinobi, the fifth told a fake story. And now you are free, said the fifth. Hi, said the shinobi and disappeared into the Shunshin. The next day. It was October 10th, Naruto's birthday. He turned 16 years old. Going outside he saw how the residents were rejoicing at the day of victory over the Kyuubi, but Naruto's friends were sad because Naruto was not with them. Uzumaki himself bought himself a cake and enjoyed his birthday. Comment to new Team 7 and the day when everyone is sad. Yes, such a short part as usual, but the next one will be longer. Guys, how do you want everyone to know that Indra Uchiha is Naruto, my option in the battle with pain? Leave a review. Good luck. Naruto woke up and ate. Kakashi knocked on his door and said. Kakashi. Indra, we have a mission, at the main gate in half an hour. Naruto. Understood, Uzumaki said indifferently. Having collected kunai, shurikens, and grabbed Madara's weapon, he put on armor and tied the Konoha protector on his hand. Arriving at the gate, he met Sensei and the board with pink hair, i.e. Sakura, and set off on their way. Naruto. What is the purpose of our mission? Asked Hashirama's grandson. Kakashi. The goal is to bring two girls about 16 years old to Konoha. They are from the Namikaze clan, like the fourth Hokage. Konoha promised to bring them to the village when they are 16 years old. They live in the mountains, so they don't know that Minato-sensei is dead. They have no parents, they are orphans, they were raised by their grandfather, who has 2 weeks left at most. Said Hitaki. How does Kakashi know that their grandfather raised them and he only has 2 weeks left? But the Hokage told him all this from a letter that came in the morning. They reached the mountains where the sisters lived in 5 days, and their grandfather accepted them. Grandfather. My name is Matsuma Namikaze, I am glad to see you, ninja from Konoha. In 3 days you can go back with the twin sisters to the Hidden Leaf. Poop. I'm Kakashi Hitaki, I'm glad to see you too. Sakura. I'm Sakura Haruno, nice to meet you. Naruto. I am Uzumaki Uchiha Senju Namikaze Naruto. I am glad to see at least someone from my father's clan, Naruto said with a smile, taking off his mask. If anything, Sakura left the room after introducing herself, and Kakashi knew who Indra was, because Tsunade told him. Matsuma. Oh, son of the fourth Hokage, I understand correctly. Naruto. Yes. Matsuma. Naruto, go to the neighboring house with the yellow roof, girls live there, go talk to them. Naruto left and went to the indicated house, in a mask, if anything, and when he entered he saw 2 very beautiful blondes with long, loose hair and a size 3 chest, like Samui and Kanon. Girls. Who are you? The girls screamed. Naruto. Before asking, introduce yourself, said Kushina's son. One twin. I am Hikari Namikaze, the girl said with a smile. 2 twin. I am Erika Namikaze, the twin said with a smile. Naruto. My name is Uzumaki Uchiha Senju Namikaze. Naruto removing the mask, smiling from ear to ear. The girls were simply stunned by his beauty and swore that he would belong to them. Namikaze told stories from life and training. When it was Naruto's turn he said. Naruto. I was born on October 10th, and when I was born, a man in a mask attacked my parents and the newborn, my parents Kushina Uzumaki and Minato Namikaze, and at the same time the 4 Hokage defeated the man in the mask and sealed a fox in me, and after that they began to hate and beat me, but I did not give up. I made friends, and when I returned my friend Sasuke Uchiha to Konoha, he pierced me with his technique near the heart, and later I got to my great-great-grandfathers Madara Uchiha and Hashirama Senju. They trained me, but recently died of old age, and I returned to my native village under the name Indra Uchiha to cover for a while. Naruto told his story. The girls felt sorry for Naruto and grabbed the unexpected Uzumaki in an embrace. Naruto felt 2 large breasts that pressed against him from the right and left. He was so pleased from the hugs and easily because he told someone his story. After that he passed out right on Hikari's bed. Waking up, Uzumaki felt that he could not get up. Looking, he saw that Hikari and Eriku were pressed against him and definitely did not want to let go, but suddenly Kushina's son noticed the plush Mushu. Using the substitution, he got out of the iron grip of the twins. Putting on a mask, he went out and went to Matsuma and his teammates. Arriving, he saw that they were not sleeping and were ready to leave. Naruto. Good morning, where are you going? We're leaving in 2 days. He greeted and then asked Usun, Uzumaki Senjuichi Hanamike's. Kakashi. Good, plans have changed, we are leaving today, said Hitaki. Matsuma. Good day, Indra-san, you can wake up the girls. Naruto. Yes, sure. He sent her back to where he came from. When he arrived, the twins were still sleeping. Naruto. Hikari, Erika, wake up, we're going to Konoha today. After this phrase, they immediately woke up. Erika. What already? We were supposed to leave in 2 days, she said. Naruto. Plans have changed. Twins. Finally we're going there. The sisters shouted. After eating, Team 7 and 2 Namikaze set out for Konoha. Hikari. Naruto. Indra-san, can you train me and my sister? The girl asked, making the eyes of the cat from Shrek. Looking at her, he involuntarily said, okay. After that, Hikari attacked him. Seeing this, Erika rushed at him like her sister, thanking him for the fact that he will teach them. They reached Konoha in 5 hours. Along the way the Namikaze sisters hugged the blonde's arms. Having reached Konoha, they headed to the Hokage. Kakashi. Mission accomplished. Naruto. Where will they live, Hokage-sama? Asked the young Uzumaki. Tsunade. Girls, where do you want to live? Asked Senju. Twins. We want to live with Indra-senpai, the girls shouted, clinging tighter to Naruto. Tsunade. Okay then, said the first granddaughter smiling. Naruto. Okay, Hikari and Erika, come follow me, said Minato's son. When they approached the Namikaze twins' house, they were stunned by their lover's house. Naruto. Choose any room you want to sleep in, said the blonde. Sisters. We want to sleep with you, the sisters shouted, blushing with shame. Naruto. Okay, said the blonde with a smile, without a mask, by the way. Hearing this, they pounced on him with hugs. After eating they went to training ground number 7. Naruto. What can you do? Erika. Well, transformation, cloning and walking on water and wood, the twin answered. Naruto. Do you know your elements? Uzumaki asked. Erika. No. Hikari. No. Naruto. Take these leaves and direct chakra into them. Girls, it turned out that Hikari has the elements of lightning and water, and Erika has wind and fire. Naruto. Hikari, I will teach you the water dragon technique and Chidori, and you, Akira, the fireball and wind blades. Having shown the seals and the techniques themselves, he left them to train. In 9 hours. It was 9 p.m. Hikari created a dragon like Kakashi did in the battle with Zabuza, and Akira released a ball of enormous size. Regarding the blades, things were worse. She created 2 medium blades that cut down a maximum of 5 trees and dispersed. The girls fell to the ground from chakra exhaustion, barely maintaining consciousness. Naruto created a clone, lifting the twins. The original and the clone examined the girls. Having reached the house, he laid them down and the clone laid them in Uzumaki's bed. Taking off his armor and mask, he lay down in the middle and passed out from exhaustion. If anything, he also trained in Rinnegan techniques, Shinra Tensei Repulsion 20 meters, Banshu Tenon Attraction 21 meters, and Chibaku Tensei is about the size of Hashirama's face on Mount Hokage. The next day. 8 o'clock in the morning Naruto woke up in the arms of 2 sisters. He lay for about 30 minutes and admired them. He got up, went to the kitchen and cooked ramen for himself and the girls. After getting dressed, he left the house, leaving a note with money on it. It was written, "You trained well yesterday in elemental techniques. Take the money near this note and go shopping, buy whatever you want." And I'm also leaving for training. I won't be there for a long time. There is food in the refrigerator, and if it runs out, take it from the nightstand in my room. Naruto. Yusen headed to the hot springs and saw his old sensei Jiraiya there. Suddenly Uzumaki shouted. Naruto. Hey, perverted hermit, are you peeping again? Naruto asked. In Naruto's thoughts. What did I do? I forgot that I was wearing a mask and that I was long dead to everyone. End of Naruto's thought. Jiraiya. Who are you? Asked the Sannin. Naruto. I am Uzumaki Naruto, he said, taking off his mask. Jiraiya. You're alive? How did you die in the Valley of Completion 4 years ago? The pervert said in surprise. Naruto told his godfather everything, who he was with and what he did. Naruto. Perverted hermit, I want to learn Senjutsu. Jiraiya. Yes, of course, and have you maintained contact with the toads? Asked the Sannin. Naruto. Yes, answered Usun. Jiraiya summoned 2 toads, one Fukasaku, the other a postman toad, and gave a note that he was sending Naruto to train at Mount Myaboku. Fukasaku. Jiraiya-chan, what do you want? Asked the toad. I want you to teach Naruto the toad hermit mode, said Jiraiya. Fukasaku. Okay, I'll call him there, said the toad and disappeared. After saying goodbye, Jiraiya went to talk to Tsunade and the mission as in canon. Naruto's training was as in canon, but without armor and a mask. He took them off when he arrived there, and he also liked Grandma Shima's food. He learned from Fukasaku that Ero Sannin died in a battle with Pain. After that, he began to learn the Sannin mode faster and harder. Pain, as in canon, destroyed Konoha, and Naruto also made an epic appearance, only in a mask without armor and in a cloak, as in canon. Pain. Who are you? Asked the supposed god. Naruto. I am God. Pain. God, there is only one and it is me. Pain shouted, forcing the body with the path of Azura to go into battle. Naruto broke the body with one blow and threw a Rasen Shuriken with the elements of wind and fire at them. This technique broke the body of the reviving and absorbing. The body with the path of the beast summoned animals, as according to the canon, toads took over them. Naruto activated the Rinnegan and forced a fight with the path of the beast. Naruto. Splitting Rasengan. And the body was torn to pieces. If anything, he added the elements of wind, earth and fire. Path Naraki pounced on Uzumaki from behind, but it was a clone, and the real one was already throwing Rasen Shuriken at him, and that body failed. Only Pain Tendo remained. Suddenly Pain hit Naruto very hard in the mask, and everyone who saw his face was stunned. This is the man who died several years ago. This is Uzumaki Naruto. Hinata cried because the one she loved was alive, and the residents remembered how they treated him when he was without a mask, i.e. his whole life before the fight with Sasuke, and after how well he treated them when he broke the mask, and they realized that with or without a mask he would protect all the residents until the end of his life, and they recognized him. When the mask was broken, everyone saw his face with a Rinnegan in his eye, and it surprised them. Suddenly Pain pulls Uzumaki to himself, creating a kurebo, and is about to pierce his neck, but Susanoo suddenly appears and protects the owner. Pain uses the last of his chakra and says, Pain. Chibaku Tensei. And Naruto ends up in a huge stone ball. Pain already wants to leave, and he sees that a bright red Susanoo hand is sticking out of the ball. Pain. Damn, I'm out of chakra. Uzumaki then dispelled and deactivated the dojutsu and finished off Tendo's body with a Rasengan. Then he pierced his leg with a pin and as in canon found and talked to Nagato. After that Nagato resurrected everyone except Jiraiya. Later Usun burned the body of his clansman. When he returned, everyone greeted him as in canon. But Naruto, after congratulations with the help of Mokutan, in one day built the village as it was and also with furniture. After that, he passed out from the loss of chakra. He woke up in his house. If anything, there was a barrier on it that Pain did not destroy, unlike canon. In the evening, 2 Namikaze twins were standing next to him. At that moment the sisters took off their robes and he saw 2 naked bodies of girls, and chap began. That's where this part ended. Commentary on the battle with Pain and a surprise from the twins. Well, what do you think? Leave your precious feedback, and most importantly, don't get sick and good luck. New law, the twins' birthday and the last Uchiha. Naruto woke up in the arms of two blondes. He was happy that those he loves were near him. Yusen got up, brushed his teeth and made breakfast for himself and two girls and went for a walk around the village. Before he had time to leave the house, Kakashi appeared. Kakashi. The Hokage-sama is calling you, said Hitaki and disappeared into the Shunshin. Arriving in the Hokage's room, Tsunade immediately said. Tsunade. We have a new law. All dying clans in the village must gather a harem to continue the clan. Naruto. As I understand it, these clans are Uzumaki, Senju, Uchiha, Namikaze, and Hitaki, right? Tsunade. Yes, you have two Namikaze, you only have Uchiha, Uzumaki, and Senju left, said the granddaughter of the first Hokage. Naruto. Okay, I'll look for Senju, Uchiha, and Uzumaki, Uzumaki said and left. Tsunade. If anything, I will announce that the Senju, Uzumaki, and Uchiha clans are being revived in Konoha. After that, 2 days passed. Naruto found out that the twins' birthday is on September 15th. Yusen spent the whole day buying them presents and ordered them a huge cake. When the twins returned home, they turned on the light and suddenly all the girls' friends shouted, "Surprise!" They saw a huge cake with berries that they simply adore. Naruto prepared all this for you, said Sakura, surprised that this was all for Hikari and Erika. They spent their birthday merrily. Everyone except Lee and Naruto got drunk to such a state that they stood there eating. Naruto created clones and everyone took them home, and Lee took Sakura. The Namikaze sisters went to sleep right after their friends left. Yusen put them on the couch and put 2 jugs of water on the table near the couch. Waking up, Uzumaki got up, went to wash himself and went downstairs and saw the 2 sisters Erika cooking, and Hikari cleaning the house after the celebration. "Hello Naruto," said the sisters at the same time. After eating, the sisters went to their friends, and Naruto looked for the Uchiha and Uzumaki. He found out that they had recently seen a girl of about 16 with a Sharingan. He went there. When he arrived he saw that the Cloud Shinobi wanted to kidnap her. She fought back, as if she had 2 Tamo Sharingan. Naruto ran up to the shinobi of another village and shouted, "Shinra Tensei." He approached the girl who was already sitting on the ground and asked, "Naruto, are you going to Konoha? By the way, my name is Uzumaki Senju Uchiha Namikaze Naruto, and yours?" Yusen said, helping the girl to get up. "My name is Uchiha Mika. I came to Konoha because they are reviving my clan here, and do you happen to know who is the head of the Uchiha clan now?" She said, and then one of the last Uchiha asked. Naruto. "Yes, it's me," Madara's grandson said proudly. Mika. "I heard that the head of the Fugaku clan is dead and his son Sasuke is the head of the Uchiha clan, and his brother is a missing nin." Naruto. "Yes, Fugaku is dead, and his sons are both missing nin, but I am the great-great-grandson of the clan's founder, Madara Uchiha." Mika. "What? You are the head of the clan and both of the last Uchiha are criminals of this village." Naruto. "Yes, and I am also the head of the Uzumaki and Namikaze clans." Yusen said with a smile. Mika looked at his face and found it attractive. After that they went to Konoha and started talking, and Mika said that Naruto is a very good and interesting conversationalist. Later they came to the Hokage. He told her everything and she began to live with them. Mika quickly found a common language with the Namikaze sisters. Naruto. "Mika, where do you want to sleep?" asked Kushina's son. Mika. "Where do Hikari and Erika sleep?" Naruto. "They sleep with me. I asked them where they sleep and they decided that with me." Mika. "Well then I'll sleep with you too," Uchiha said with a smile. Naruto. Okay," Naruto muttered. When they undressed she looked at Naruto and saw the blonde's body and was stunned by his muscles and involuntarily stared. Naruto noticed this and became embarrassed, starting to scratch the back of his head. Realizing that she was glued to looking at him, she blushed. After they went to bed, the twins on the left side of the bed, and she on the right in the middle, the owner of the house. Here is Mika's description. A brunette with long and beautiful hair and onyx eyes, and her breasts were size 4, and her figure was simply perfect. Commentary on the new law, the twins' friends and the last Uchiha. Here is the new part. Stay healthy and good luck. Naruto's training and birthday Naruto woke up on the floor and realized that the girls had thrown him out of bed because it was too small for the four of them. Naruto got up and saw the girls sleeping under the blanket, and decided that he needed to buy a bed bigger than the one he had now. After washing and eating, he got dressed and before leaving, he left a note that read, "I'm going to the store, I'll be back soon. Love, kisses, hugs, yours. Naruto." It was 10 a.m., all the shops in Konoha were already open or just opening. Naruto, walking through the village, caught people's glances on him, in which respect was read in the eyes of men, admiration in the eyes of children, and girls generally looked at him mentally undressing. Entering the furniture store, Yusen asked, "Hello, what is the biggest bed you have?" "Hello, Naruto-sama, this one here," pointing to a bed of simply incredible size. "How many people can fit in it?" asked Madara's great-great-grandson. "-20 people," said the seller. "I'll take it," said the blonde. "Naruto-sama, this is the most expensive bed in our store and its price is 100,000 ryo. Are you sure you want to buy it?" "Yes," said Yusun, taking out the money. When he bought this huge bed, they took it apart, put it together into an equally huge box and gave it to Tsunade's grandson. Naruto created 2 clones and they took the box and carried it home, and Uzumaki himself went to Ichiraka Ramen to have a snack. "Hey old man. Can I have 1 serving of ramen with pork?" Naruto said as he entered the establishment. When Ayam and Tucci saw a guy who looked exactly like the 4th one, they involuntarily asked. "The 4th one, Sama?" the cook and his daughter barely managed to say. "No, I am his son Naruto," Databeo scratching the back of his head said the fox Jinchuriki. "Naruto. You've grown so much," said the cook. Maybe you'll go to his harem? You'll help revive the Uzumaki clan." Tucci said jokingly. "And this is an idea, we can go and check it for Uzumaki blood, and I know that you have chakra, but for some reason you didn't want to learn how to control it," said the blonde. "No need to check her. Yes, Ayam's mother is from the Uzumaki clan and she died 2 months after giving birth to her daughter on a mission, so I didn't say that her mother was a shinobi or that she had chakra at all." Tucci told the truth. You must help me revive the Uzumaki clan and don't be afraid, I can teach you how to use chakra, if you want," Yusen said in a serious tone while paying for the ramen. "Come to this address when you're ready," handing the girl a piece of paper with the street and house. "Yeah," said the cook's daughter. When he returned home, all 3 girls pounced on him, saying, "Thank you, honey, for the new bed," the girls shouted, hanging on the poor guy. Okay, just let me go, otherwise you'll lose your boyfriend," he said, out of breath from the strong embraces of the girls he loved. Having let the guy go, they went for a walk and to go shopping, and Naruto began to assemble the bed, but you ask where he assembles such a huge thing, but he simply made the house bigger with the help of Mokuton so that this huge thing would fit into Naruto and the girls' bedroom. 2 hours later, Uzumaki assembled the bed. After assembling it, he went to cook and after 30 minutes the food was ready and at that time the girls arrived along with Ayam. "Oh, Ayam, you came, so tomorrow we'll go to Training Ground 7 and train. And hello to you Hikari, Erika, and Mika, sit down, I made dinner," Naruto said as he went to take a shower. "Hikari and Erika, you have been living with him for quite a long time, so what can you tell us about him?" Mika said. "Well, he is sweet, kind, caring and a very good teacher," Hikari said. "And what about in bed?" Uchiha asked in a modest question. "God," the twins said together. "When is his birthday?" asked the red-eyed girl. "October 10th," answered Arik's friend's question. "Very soon, and what does he like?" Mika asked another question. "Well, you, Erika, me and Ayam, and also foxes, ramen, cooking, drawing and training." "Then I'll buy fox costumes," said Mika. "I'm a drawing set," Erika said. "I owe you the recipe book," said Hikari. "Well then, I'll have some ramen and a scroll of techniques," Ayam said. Then they went to the 2nd floor and entered the room and saw a huge bed standing along the wall. They went behind the screen to change into pajamas or underwear, whoever wanted. Behind the other stood the object of adoration of all 4 girls. Coming out from behind the screen, the girls saw a pumped-up blonde. I was stunned by the fact that he was so muscular. All the girls were in underwear, the sisters were in yellow, Mika in black, and I am in white. When everyone climbed onto the bed, almost immediately the girls began to fight for a place near Naruto. Except for Ayam, she quietly crawled to Uzumaki's left hand, hugged him and fell asleep. Mika, who saw this, did the same as the cook's daughter, and Hikari had to lie down near Ayam, and Akira lay down near Uchiha. Waking up at 8 a.m., Naruto began to wake up the girls for training. Mika was the first of them to wake up and immediately kissed Uzumaki on the lips and hugged him and said that she would not let him go anywhere and wanted to spend more time with him, otherwise he walks around all day not training her and not paying attention to her. Naruto stroked her on the back, burying his nose in the girl's hair, saying that everything will be fine. They got dressed, brushed their teeth and ate and left a note where they were in Kurama so that he could take them there. It turned out that Mika is at the level of an average chunin. In the first minutes of training, Uzumaki plunged her into Genzu and showed her that he was killed. She awakened the 3 Tomoe Sharingan and then the Mangekyo and cried from the loss of a loved one. Naruto dispelled the Genzu and hugged her and said, "Everything is fine, don't cry, I'm alive. With my strength, no one will kill me," said the blonde, calming the girl. "Please, don't do this again, you know that I love you more than life itself," the girl said, crying, clinging to the guy even tighter. They began to teach her Mangekyo and just the possession of the Sharingan. In 2 hours they learned the ability 1 ability, and this is to strengthen the Susanoo of her own and the one she loves, and during this time other girls came along with Kurama, who almost immediately flew into the seal so that he would not be squeezed anymore. He created clones that taught Hikari, Erika the elements, and the last clone taught Ayam chakra control, also clones, throwing kunai and shuriken as well as taijutsu and henge. Now Ayam and Mika, we will find out your elements. Conduct chakra into the leaf and that's it. Mika first, Ayam second, said the blonde. Mika had Doton and Katan, fire and earth, and Ayam had Suiton and Katan, water and fire. He taught them techniques for a whole month. Mika learned them in a month: Mud Wall, Stone Golem, Fireball, Phoenix Flowers, Earth Dragon and Fire Dragon. Ayam learned Water Dragon, Water Bullets, Fireball, Fire Dragon and Phoenix Flowers. Naruto's birthday came, the girls kicked him out of the house and said that they would send him a clone when everything was ready. The girls called all of Naruto's friends as well as teachers. At this time, Tsunade gave the students at the academy to train. When the children came there, they looked at him with respect, and the girls with love. One of them asked, "Naruto-sama, how did you study at the academy and who did you train with?" asked a student named Yukon. "I studied terribly at the academy and could not pass the exam for Genin, then I stole a scroll with forbidden techniques and learned them, they were shadow clones. Then I got into team number 7 with Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno, and the sensei was the copy ninja of Konoha, Kakashi Hatake," said Usun. Then he told about the C-rank mission, the exam, or rather the fight with Orochimaru, the fight with Sasuke in the Valley of Completion and the training with Madara and Hashirama. After telling about himself, he taught the whole class shadow clones. He was honestly surprised that they were able to create them at all, because they consume a lot of chakra. Leaving the academy, he was met by Mickey's clone, and he said that everything was ready and cheered up. Naruto opened the door and suddenly the light was turned on and everyone shouted. Surprise! He was happy that all his friends and sensei were here. They celebrated so much that Kakashi started pestering Anko and they went home to Hatake. Tsunade went home alone and everyone else also went home. And Mika, Hikari, Erika and Ayam put on fox costumes and dragged the blonde to bed on the 2nd floor and they spent a wild night. Comment on Naruto's training and birthday. Here is the new part. Leave a comment, stay healthy and good luck. Equals new rank and team. Our main character woke up surrounded by completely naked girls. He got up and went to the bathroom and saw an exact copy of his father in the mirror. After brushing his teeth, Usun went down to the 1st floor. Naruto prepared breakfast for everyone. After eating he went for a walk, but suddenly Erika called out to him. Erika. Naruto-kun, why do you always go out without us? Asked Namikaze. Naruto. Well, I wake up early, and you're still sleeping, so I walk alone. Erika. So if we wake up like you, then we will all walk together? Naruto. Yes, answered Uzumaki. Well, since you woke up, brush your teeth, eat and let's go for a walk, said the head of the Namikaze clan, Uchiha and Uzumaki. At these words, one of the twins was delighted, quickly brushed her teeth and ate her portion, and specially put on such clothes so that all the guys could see her figure and be envious of seeing such a beauty with him. They went out for a walk. All the guys envied Naruto and mentally undressed her, but even Uzumaki himself could not take his eyes off her. She noticed this and stood in front of her lover and kissed him on the lips, and all the girls who saw this were ready to kill her for kissing the hero of Konoha and at the same time the handsome man of the whole village. Everyone knew how Sasuke looked now, and therefore they boldly said that Naruto was more beautiful. If anything, leaflets with his photo, name and price for the head of the last of the Uchiha. Suddenly Kakashi appears in front of the lovers and says that Uzumaki must come to the fifth. Naruto, holding hands with Erika, went to the Hokage. Arriving there, they knocked on the Hokage and Tsunade. Come in, Naruto's grandmother shouted. Naruto walked in with Erika. Tsunade. Oh Naruto, in short, I promote you to Jounin and give you a command, and here is your vest. Senju said, handing her grandson the vest. Naruto. Thank you, where and when can I meet them? Tsunade. At the academy at 12 o'clock, the office where you studied, your team number 7 here is information about them. You are free, and I forgot Erika, I saw your strength when you were training, so I give you the title of Chunin and the protector of Konoha, said the granddaughter of the first Hokage. The lovers headed home. Along the way Erika walked and held Uzumaki's hand, and he walked in a Jounin vest and looked at one of his favorite girls. Entering the house they saw Hikari ironing, Mika washing dishes and Ayam who was washing the floor. Naruto. Hello, can you tell me what time it is now? Hikari. Hi, it's 11 o'clock now. Ayam. Hello, Naruto-kun and Erika-chan. Mika. Hello, Naruto-kun and Erika-chan. Erika. Hello, Ayam, Mika, and Hikari. And only when they looked at them did they realize that Naruto had a new rank, and Erika had become a shinobi of the village. Naruto. Okay, I'm off to read my students' files. Girls except Erika. What, students? The girls shouted. Naruto. Yes, I'm a Jounin, and Erika is a Chunin. Has anyone seen my cloak with the kanji, Toad Sanin? Hikari. This one, she asked, holding out the cloak. Naruto. Thank you, said Usun, kissing the girl on the cheek. So who is the first one here? Ayachi Inuzuka, male, bully, and hooligan, average studies, does not respect elders except for the Hokage. Yeah, the second Chiriko Hatake, male brother of Kakashi who was in another village, 99.99% related to the copy ninja, narcissistic, respects his brother and the Hokage, the best student in the academy, and Hanabi Hyuga, daughter of the clan head, very kind and friendly, not shy, loves to help others, and average studies. It is clear what time it is already, I read and then looked at my watch. It was 11:30, he decided to go out. After about 20 minutes of leisurely walking he arrived. All the Jounin looked and were stunned that he became a Jounin, but immediately remembered that he was the hero of Konoha. In the academy office. Erika. Team number 7, Ayachi Inuzuka, Chiriko Hatake, and Hanabi Hyuga, and Sensei, you're honestly lucky, but I'll come right now and bring him here. Kiriko. Who is our sensei? Since that was the case, Erika was happy and surprised at the same time. Ayachi. It doesn't matter, the main thing is that he's strong, the dog owner said bluntly. And suddenly Erika comes into the office and says sensei of team number 7 Uzumaki Senju Uchiha Namikaze Naruto. Hearing this name, all the students were stunned that the hero of Konoha would be the sensei of team 7. Naruto. Hi, team number 7, you have 10 minutes to climb the Hokage mountain, we'll meet there, said Uzumaki and disappeared in orange lightning. In 10 minutes, the Hokage mountain. Naruto. Tell me about yourself, name, goal, dream and hobby, what do you like and don't like? My name is Naruto USUN, so as not to write for a long time. The goal is to become a Hokage, hobby is training. I like my daughters-in-law, but I don't like betrayal. Ayachi. My name is Ayachi Inuzuka. The goal is to surpass my brother Kiba, and the dream is to become Hokage. I like it, look at Hanabi. And I don't like Kiriko. Kiriko. My name is Chiriko Hataki. My goal is to surpass my brother Kakashi, and my dream is to learn my brother's techniques from you and your techniques, and I like to read and I don't like Ayachi. Hanabi. I am Hanabi Hyuga. My goal is to become a strong kunoichi, and my dream is well like Chiriko's, but I like it. I look at Naruto, and she blushes. Naruto. Okay, before the test I will teach you the technique that I created at the age of 12 and with which I defeated the third Hokage and Sannin Jiraiya. Sexy jutsu, he said, and then shouted and used the technique. And a sexy blonde appeared near the guys, the boys' noses started bleeding, and Hanabi started to tidy them up and Uzumaki stopped using the technique. Naruto. There is grief and the opposite grief, he said. And tomorrow at training ground number 7 at 9 a.m. Bye. And that was it. Commentary on new rank and team. New part, leave your comments, and most importantly, don't get sick and good luck. Naruto's exam and meeting his family 9 o'clock there were 3 genin and 1 jounin standing, and around them were other teams who wanted to watch their exam. Naruto. Guys, I give you a chance to choose what I will use against you, but at the same time you fight with all your might. Kiriko. Taijutsu. Hanabi. Well, replacement. Ayachi. Manjikyu Sharingan and all its abilities, I will knock you all out with one hit, said Kiba's younger brother. Naruto. You're all fucked, said USUN with a maniac smile. Kiriko. Moron, he can use Susanoo and we won't get through. Ayachi. Can I choose something else? Inuzuka asked. Naruto. Yes, Uzumaki answered. Ayachi. Rasengan. Okay. The goal is to take the bells from me, everything is clear. Hanabi. But there are only 2 bells. Asked Hyuga. Naruto. Yes, because whoever doesn't have a bell will go to the academy. You have until 1400 hours. Let's start. The boys jumped into the bushes, and Naruto went under the tree to his girlfriend and said. Erika, Hikari, Mika, and Ayam, maybe if they hand over, invite them to dinner? Asked Tsunade's grandson. Yeah, we can't hang around the scammers, said Mika. Meanwhile, the guys. Kiriko. We need to develop a plan. My option is that Ayachi and I distract him while Hanabi takes the bells. Hanabi. Yes. Ayachi. Yes. Suddenly Chiriko runs out and uses. Kiriko. Fire style, fireball. Naruto. Water style, water wall. The ball of the younger Hataki into the wall of water and steam appeared which covered the entire training ground. Meanwhile Ayachi used Gatsugu spilling past Uzumaki, and Hyuga with an activated Byakugan approached Madara's grandson and successfully took all 2 bells. Naruto. Enough, you're through. Kiriko. Was this a test of teamwork? Asked the copyist's brother. Naruto. Yes, now come with me and let's celebrate. After talking with the girls, they went off to cook. While Naruto and his team were walking down the street, Konohamaru ran up to them. Konohamaru. Brother Naruto, teach me a new technique, and... Who is this? The third grandson asked at first, and then shouted. Naruto. This is my team, we are going to celebrate them passing my exam. Do you want to come with us? Konohamaru. Yes, I want to, but brother, I won't give in to you. Kiriko. What is Naruto-sensei not inferior to and who is it? Naruto. This is Konohamaru Saratrubi, the grandson of the third and my first student. When I was 12 to 13 years old, he and I became rivals who would become Hokage faster. Kiriko. I see, and Naruto-sensei, can you answer a few of my questions? asked Mr. Hataki. Naruto. Yes, for now the 5 of us are walking to my house. Kiriko. The first one, who was your team sensei and what is its number? The second one, who was there besides you? The third one, whose son are you? And the fourth one, who trained you? Asked Kakashi's brother. Naruto. My first sensei was Kakashi Hataki, number 7, the second was me, Sakura Haruna and Sasuke Uchiha, the third was I, the son of the fourth Hokage Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, and I was trained at first by your brother. Then by Jiraiya, but then by my great-great-grandfathers Uchiha Madara and Hashirama Senju. Yusen answered. Chiriko wanted to say something, but they had already arrived. The children saw a huge house and were stunned that he lived there, and when 4 girls stood in front of them. Hanabi. Naruto-sensei, why do you have 4 girls? Asked Hyuga. I am the head of 3 almost extinct clans, so I need girls from these clans for revival, but besides, I love them. Answered Usun. Mika. Hello, my name is Mika Uchiha. Erika. Hello, my name is Erika Namikaze. Hikari. Hello, my name is Hikari Namikaze. Hello, my name is Ayam Uzumaki. Guys, everything is ready, wash your hands and sit down to eat. The dinner passed in conversations and stories about meeting the blonde. After dinner, Naruto created clones to carry out. Children at home. As for when they finished Naruto's exam, they finished at 9:30. The rest of the time they walked home, but because they would arrive quickly, Uzumaki led them around the entire village. Commentary on Naruto's exam and meeting his family. Leave your comments, the main thing is don't get sick and good luck. S rank mission. The blonde woke up as usual surrounded by 4 girls. Yusen got dressed, ate and was about to go out when a frying pan hit him on the head and he fell and passed out. Erika, why did you hit him with a frying pan? Hikari asked. There's no point in going for a walk without us, Erika replied. Half an hour later the blonde woke up and saw the girls ready for a walk. What happened? You were knocked out with your mother's frying pan, Ayam said. My father also got hit on the head with this frying pan, said Kushina's son. Let's go for a walk, Hikari shouted. They walked silently, everyone looked at them, the girls destroyed Ayam, Hikari, Miku and Erika with their eyes, and the men undressed Naruto's girls with their eyes. Suddenly Kakashi appears and says that the Hokage is waiting for Naruto and his team. Yusen took the girls home and went to the residence and saw his team and Team 17, which consisted of Dariki Senju, Hichi Inuzuka, and Shiki Aburame, and Sensei Yamato. Hello Yamato, this is your team, said the blonde. Hello Naruto, yes this is my team, said the captain of team number 17. 2 teams entered the Hokage's office. Team 7 and 17, I am giving you an S-rank mission. What? BH-on, they are only genins. Naruto yelled. Yes, they are genin, but with them are 2 owners of Mokuton, 1 owner of Sharingan, Choko Tomo Sharingan and Rinnegan. Who has these eyes? Asked Darika. I am, Naruto replied. Of course, Team 17 was stunned and realized that their sensei was nothing more than a fly in front of Naruto. What is this mission? Asked the blue-eyed hero. Bring the daughter of the daimyo of the land of fire to our village. She suddenly developed chakra and the daimyo decided to send her to us for training, said the granddaughter of the first. Understood. In 20 minutes at the gates of Konoha, Naruto said and disappeared in orange lightning. In 20 minutes. The teams left Konoha and went to the capital of the land of fire. And while they were walking, they talked about everything. Naruto-san, who trained you all these years until you returned to Konoha? Asked Darika. I was taught by my great-great-grandfathers, Uchiha Madara and Hashirama Senju. Yusen answered. After these words, team number 17 walked and thought about how strong he was. They arrived in the capital in 5 days, approached the daimyo's house, knocked and the daimyo's guard opened the door for them. Who are you? Asked the daimyo's defender. We are shinobi from Konoha, Naruto replied. When the guard saw who answered him, he bowed and said, Forgive me Naruto-sama, I did not notice you. Apparently Konoha cares very much about the daimyo and his family since they sent Naruto himself, the hero of Konoha, and then he let him into the house and went to report everything to the daimyo. The guard is waiting for you, medic. They went into the huge living room and there sat the daimyo himself and his daughter. Sit down, he said, and then showed the daimyo. Shinobi of Konoha, I want my daughter to be trained by the strongest shinobi of the village, said medic. Another student, Naruto said with sadness in his voice. Why didn't the daimyo recognize Naruto? Because he was wearing a hood. When Naruto took off the hood, the daimyo, and his daughter Ryuzetsu, yes, she is the daughter of the daimyo of fire, saw a blonde man with sky blue eyes. Dad, this is Naruto, the hero of Konoha. Dad, I want to marry him, said Ryuzetsu. No, I will not be your husband, I already have 4 daughters-in-law, said Usun. So Ryuzetsu, you won't marry him. Firstly, he resurrects the Uzumaki, Uchiha, Namake's clans, and you don't belong to any of them. Secondly, he must love you, said medic. After this conversation, Naruto and the team spent the night in the living room, and then went to Konoha and they were attacked by a C-rank criminal, Biduchi Rikuchi, but before he could even say a word, Naruto burned him with a Katon technique. Arriving in Konoha, Tsunade settled Ryuzetsu in Naruto's house. And when they arrived, the girls pounced on Naruto and started kissing him, because they were worried about him. Commentary on S-rank mission. Yes, the part is not interesting at all. But the next part is the wedding. The main thing is don't get sick and good luck. We collect 5 waiting people and the part comes out. Equals wedding. Hikari. Naruto, who is this? Asked the blonde. And this is Ryuzetsu, the daughter of the daimyo of the land of fire, she was placed in our house, answered Usun. Ryuzetsu, your room is on the 2nd floor, immediately to the left, said Madara's grandson. After the daimyo's daughter left, Naruto created clones, they took the red boxes and knelt down like the original and said, "Marry me," said the blonde and his clones. The girls stood there in shock for about 30 seconds and then said in unison, "Yes." Hikari. Let's have a wedding next week, the girl suggested, and the others supported her. Okay, the guy said with a smile. After that, they started signing the wedding invitations. They invited Kakashi, Tsunade, Iruka, Naruto's team, Sakura, Ino, Tenten, Niji, Rock Lee, Guy, Gaara with Kankuro and Temari, Shikamaru, Chuji, Hinata, Kiba, Shino, Asumu, yes he's alive here, Kurenai, etc. The girls immediately ran to buy dresses, and Naruto called Kakashi and they went to choose a suit. They spent about 2 hours choosing and finally chose the right size and comfort, and the saleswoman watched this. She was about 19 years old, she was one of Naruto's fans and was ready to do anything to make this blonde love her. And when they bought the suit and went out near the store, there were girls standing there, there were about 2,000 of them, and they all came for Naruto. Kakashi-sensei, can you take my suit to my house, otherwise I think there will be nothing left of it and me. Grab the hero, the handsome man and our dream named Uzumaki Naruto. One of the fans screamed and everyone pounced on the poor blonde. He activated the Manjikyu, created a Susanoo skeleton in armor and sat there, but there were girls from Anbu and Jounin in the crowd and began to break the armor, but suddenly he enters Kurama mode and runs away from them to Suna. Meanwhile, Kakashi ran away and reached Naruto's house and the daughters-in-law were standing there. Naruto was attacked by an army of fangirls, Kakashi said, gulping air greedily. Damn, was all the girls said. Suna. Naruto bursts into the Kazekage's office and falls face down on the floor. Gaara. Naruto. The red-haired man shouted excitedly, running up to his friend. Naruto. Gaara, water, Naruto asked. The Kazekage immediately gave him a glass of water. Gaara. What happened? Asked the Jinchuriki Shikaku. Naruto. An army of Konoha fangirls chased me and tried to rape me, and instead of ending up in my grandfather's hideout, I accidentally ran to Suna. And apparently they found out that I was getting married, said Usun. Okay, old friend, spend the night at the hotel, said the Jinchuriki Shikaku. No. I'll teleport back, said the blonde, waving his hand goodbye. Konoha. The girls were sitting and discussing where their fiancé was and suddenly he appeared. Where have you been? I am asked. In Suna, and now I'll take letters for everyone and distribute them, the blonde answered. He took one letter and gave it to Kakashi, and then for about 30 minutes he handed out letters. All the guests thought about what they could give Naruto with Ayame, Hikari, Miki, and Ariki. Wedding day. Everyone sat, saw, and watched and talked until the wives showed up. When Yamato, Kakashi, Iruka and Ebisu got to it, the men sat down in their places, and the girls stood opposite Naruto. When the main part was finished, everyone went to eat and drink, and by evening everyone was dead drunk, and when Naruto and his wives came home, the girls pounced on him. Well, you get the idea, smirking face. Commentary on wedding. Thanks to everyone for 63 likes on the story Father's Contempt and Fear for his son, 50 on Genes of the Gods and Madara's Pupil, 36 on Naruto the student of Hatake and Uchiha, and 7 likes on Explosive Jinchuriki of the Leaf. Leave any comments, I will read everything, and most importantly, don't get sick and good luck. Children and old Kage Naruto woke up as usual at 8, but he had a headache and was very thirsty. He got up and barely went down to the first floor and went to the kitchen, and there he drank a liter of water at once. He took another 4 liters of water and carried it to the room where his wives were sleeping. The blonde put the water on the nightstand and began to get dressed, and suddenly a small fox with 9 tails came out of the seal. Naruto, I have news, said the fox. What kind of one? Asked Kushina's son. You will be the father of 4 children, said the Biju, looking at his friend. Excellent, said the blonde, smiling. And after this dialogue the girls wake up and immediately grab the jugs of water and drink them in one gulp, after which USUN said that they will have children. And just in case, they went to the doctor and got checked and the test was positive. 8 months of hell were for the blonde, his wives had a month of rest, they lived normally, but then whims, strange wishes for food, and so on until the day of pregnancy, but the blue-eyed still loves them. Naruto had 3 sons and 2 daughters, the boys were named Hiruzen, Hashirama, and Tobirama. They were similar to Naruto in their eyes, and Hiruzen had black hair like Mickey, and Hashirama and Tobirama had hair in the form of a hedgehog and the color of ripe wheat. The girls were named the first Mita, and the second Ami, they had red hair like blood. When the kids were 5 years old, Naruto was made the 6th Hokage. The children grew up in full love and care of their parents, because Naruto had a working day until 7 in the evening. On one of the non-working days for the Hokage, the whole family was walking, the children were playing, running, but suddenly 5 people appeared in front of Konoha, Kabuto, and 4 resurrected Hokage, and when Hashirama saw Naruto, he ran to him, and when the 6th Hokage saw his resurrected grandfather, he was stunned and began to form a Rasengan and ran to meet him, and when they reached them, they stopped and looked at each other, and at that time, his wives and children ran up to USUN. And the 3rd, 4th and 2nd ran up to the 1st. Who is the Hokage now? Asked Hashirama. I am, answered Kushina's son. Naruto, who is this? Asked the 1st Hokage. These are my wives Mika Uchiha, Ayame Uzumaki, Hikari, and Erika Namikaze, and these children are my sons and 2 daughters. The boys are called Hiruzen, Hashirama, and Tobirama, and the daughters are Mita and Ami. Answered the 5th Hokage. Are these my grandchildren? Minato asked. Yes, answered Madara's grandson. Grandpa. The children shouted, running up to Minato. This was watched by Kabuto, who resurrected them to look at Konoha, and plus Orochimaru ordered to take the scroll with the peace treaty to Konoha and ordered to resurrect the Hokage before killing the god of death. Naruto-sama, I brought a scroll on the world between Sound and Fox Stom in the style of Snake Sashin. Said Kabuto. If anything, he looks like himself during the war in canon. Naruto read the scroll and signed it, giving it back. Naruto, how is Konohamaru doing? Hiruzen asked. Okay, I taught him the Rasengan and Toad summoning, the father of 5 answered. And this is Dad? Asked Tobirama Jr., who had come up. This is the 1st Hokage Hashirama Senju, my great-great-grandfather, this white-haired 2nd Hokage Tobirama Senju, brother of the 1st Hokage, And this is the third Hokage Hiruzen Sarutobi, student of the second and teacher of Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and your great-grandmother Tsunade. After that they chatted for about 2 hours and Naruto decided to resurrect them with the help of Rinne Tensei. Suddenly USUN stopped and shouted. Rinne Tensei, the blonde shouted, activating the Rinnegan and forming the snake seal. And after that the Hokage came back to life and Naruto. Commentary on children and old Kage. I wonder what the next part will be like when we get 15 juniors. Sorry for the small part, there's a lot of homework. Leave any comments, I'll read everything. The main thing is don't get sick and good luck. Return. Tito Naruto fell, and the guy himself found himself in a black space. Where am I? Asked the Hokage. You are on the verge of life and death, the sage replied. You are the sage of the 6 paths, said the amazed blonde. I won't hesitate, you are the reincarnation of my son Ashura and the grandson of the reincarnation of my first son Indra and the previous reincarnation of Ashura. I will give you my part of Ashura's powers and your Rinnegan will become better, said the god, touching Naruto's hand, and the sun appeared there, and after that the blonde passed out. He woke up in the real world in the hospital. His whole family and the previous Hokage were sitting next to him. I won't die so easily, said the father of 5. Thank God you're alive, said Minato. So, Grandpa Hashirama and Tobirama, will you sit with your grandchildren like you are a father? Asked the 6th. Yes, the Kage answered in chorus. You shouldn't have destroyed the Uchiha clan, now Sasuke wants to destroy the village, said the father of 5 children. Hiruzen, well done, Tobirama praised his student. The Uchiha rebelled because Danzo provoked them, said the 3rd. Which of the Uchiha are alive now? Minato asked. Sasuke, me, Mika and my children with her, answered the 6th. Okay, I've been lying here for too long, it's time to go to work, Naruto said, getting up. Naruto created a clone and he took them to his house. The residents looked and were surprised that the past Hokage were alive. Glory to the 6th Lord! Someone from the crowd shouted. After these words, the whole crowd began to shout the same words. Having reached the house, the clone dispersed, and the 3 Hokage entered. Hiruzen ran to Konohamaru. Grandpas! The children shouted, running up to the Hokage. Then the former Kage talked with Naruto's wives and went to play with the children. Naruto sat and signed papers. While he was on duty, he made the training program at the academy better. The place of the elusive clones were shadow ones. At the academy in the last year they learned the elements of children and trained them in them. Sasuke has. He walked along the road to Konoha and throwing guards into the Genza, he saw 6 faces on the Hokage mountain and recognizing Naruto in the last face, the Uchiha was surprised and went to the residence under the henge. Entering the Hokage's office he said. I heard that the Uchiha clan is being revived here, Sasuke said, dispelling the henge. Yes, you're right, Sasuke. If anything, you won't be the head of this clan. Why do you ask? Because I'm the grandson of Uchiha Madara and I'm the rightful head of the clan. I don't believe it, said Uchiha. But suddenly the first Hokage comes in and confirms Naruto's words. After that, Sasuke decided to return to Konoha, but on the condition that the elders die. The next day, the elders died at the hands of Hiruzen and Tobirama. Sasuke returned and began dating Sakura. And Minato began training his grandsons and granddaughters.